gentlemen, this is season 3 of Pick and Motherfucking Pop Podcast. We are fucking back. The NBA season is back. Andy's back. I'm back. My back hurts. Fuck.
Why does your back hurt?
I've been carrying the fucking sales team and shit. Now I'm capping. To
be honest,
I think I pulled some
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
I think I pulled some shit, I'm not gonna lie. But we have a lot of shit to talk about. First of all, it's been like, we're just happy that we're able to come back, you know.
Great summer.
Oh,
Fantastic summer.
I don't even want to get into summer, but it was good summer.
We got NBA to talk about.
We do got NBA to talk about.
I don't even care.
Listen,
I don't even care about this intro.
listen.
Y'all know who the fuck we are. Y'all know what we do.
Yeah, I know who the fuck we are at this point. But listen up. Before we get into anything that's already fucking happened, let's get into what happened at 2 in the fucking morning last night. Now, let me tell you, right? I got a quick little backstory. I was in bed scrolling through TikTok. I couldn't sleep, bro. I had watched, I think it was the Lakers play against the fucking Magic yesterday, right?
Yeah, I fell asleep like halfway
it
through
pissed
that
me
game.
off. You know, I was just like, damn, the Magic really fucking sold that shit. But whatever. And then I'm scrolling, and then I see Woj just tweet James Harden has agreed to get traded to the fucking Clippers. I was just like, yo, what the fuck? I'm texting in the fucking football fantasy chat. I'm texting in the basketball fantasy chat. I'm texting in the other basketball chat that's not even fantasy at this point anymore. And bro, nobody's awake. It's just me. And I'm telling you, bro, Woj had us waiting an extra 33 minutes and a few seconds to tell us who got traded away from the Clippers. And I just want to say, I want to put my own 2 cents on it. You could call it a fleece. Either way, who knows?
I think it works.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna let you kick it off, and I'm gonna tell you my opinions on it. Go ahead.
So we were gonna talk about the Clippers separately, but let's just start with them like entirely. Because here's the thing. So Harden is on that expiring deal. So I think this is kind of like it was like a blanket move for the Clippers, because if for whatever reason Kawhi Leonard gets hurt, which like if there was like odds on like betting on it, like it'd be like it would take your odds down if anything, because it'd be so likely. You have James Harden who could play like James Harden. We've seen Harden and Westbrook work. Now the only thing is with the addition of Harden, the thing that I'm scared of is that Westbrook's production might not be as good, because he now turns into like the actual 6-man instead of like playing high 20 to 30 minutes. Like, you know how you'll have like a bench player who will play like most of the game, but he's still considered like a bench player.
Yeah.
I think now Westbrook is actually going to be the second unit leader. Obviously it's a little different with him and the Lakers, but with Harden there, you just can't start both of them. Maybe in crunch time. I don't know. We'll see. So what it does, I feel like it's a blanket move in case one of the 2 big stars gets hurt, because James Harden is still that dude. He can still lead the league in assists, and I think he's actually going to be a pretty good fit. It doesn't move the needle for me because I don't think they're going to mesh right away. I don't think they're better than the Nuggets. They're definitely not better than the Suns. I'd probably put them on par with the Lakers from what I've seen, because the Lakers look suspect, so we'll talk about them like later. But they're definitely not on the level of Boston, and they're not on the level of the Bucks. So you got 4 teams that are much like hot, like head and shoulders above the Clippers, in my opinion. You got to keep Norman Powell, you got to keep Zubac, and you got to keep Terrence Mann. Let's just call it what it is, bro. They traded away minimal pieces, high 30s, 3-and-D guys who have been around the league forever. I love Rocco personally, but Robert Covington is done. Like, done. Marcus Morris Sr. is probably the biggest name that left. Whatever. Nicholas Batum, I'm not worried about. And then, you know, their picks, they're pushing their chips to the middle of the table. Like, now it's like, okay, we'll send it. This is the 2 outcomes for them. We make a deep playoff run. If Harden decides to walk in free agency, he's gone. We got the cap open, and now we bring in the pieces around our core. Best case scenario, they win the chip. Maybe Harden still walks. Steve Ballmer's pockets are deep enough for him to be able to pay everybody, so he doesn't care. Worst case scenario, they flame out in the playoffs. Harden walks anyway, and you still have, you know, some space to work with because you don't owe him anything. So I think overall, both teams are good, because now you give Philadelphia, with the way small sample size, I am not overreacting on Tyrese Maxey. But Tyrese Maxey looks like a fucking star right now. Small sample size, 3 games. But if you can convince Embiid, hey, Maxey is this dude. We now have probably 50 million in cap going into the summer. We brought back some 3-and-D guys. We traded like PJ Tucker for the same kind of players, just a little younger, a little bit better shooting, and you still have Tobias Harris, who plays very well when he's actually given the ball. I think it's pretty even. I don't mind it. I liked it a lot. I liked it for both teams.
Okay. All right. So on my take on the Harden trade, I think it was great. Like you mentioned earlier, Harden and Russ did work before. They, to this day, unless I'm wrong, but I highly doubt it, they are still the highest scoring duo in NBA history. And then you have Kawhi and PG, two of the best wings that there are right now in the league. A defensive. Also, I just want to say PG is on his fucking bully this season. He's coming at motherfuckers right now. Okay, he's coming. And then
he's
Kawhi,
he's coming all over him.
Pause. My co-host already has the such shit going on. Anyway, Kawhi is a fucking laser in my opinion. When he starts hitting shots, he hits his shots, which I love. Russ looks amazing. He had that bad game in with the Jazz. I guess you can say that. In my opinion, it wasn't his fault. Even though Kawhi did fall to his knees, it wasn't his fault. It was a bad shot by Kawhi. But he's playing really well. Assisting like a motherfucker. And doing his job. He knows his role, you know. He's assisting the two main stars of the team. Now you add James Harden to that. In my opinion, at no given moment, because this is an issue with the Clippers last year, they had PG playing a lot of point guard. At no given moment should the Clippers have a bad playmaker on the court, because you could alternate Russ and Harden at any moment. Both of these motherfuckers could get triple doubles whenever the fuck they want to, which is an added bonus to them. On top of that, you have two great defensive wings. Now, I think they lost a little bit of defense, in my opinion. Who knows? Maybe we just got to see exactly how it all plays out, because you kind of got to hide Harden at certain points. You know, never forget the little getting pushed off and just swatting the ball out.
No, they definitely did.
But in my opinion, in terms of firepower, they look nice. In terms of the picture, they look nice. But I just have to see it happen. Hopefully, it happens against the Lakers, and hopefully they continue that streak of just whooping that ass. That's my opinion on that.
All right, so let's get into some Laker basketball. Hold on, because I don't know if we're gonna introduce something new. It's time for an Andy rant. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this shit.
Putting that shit above his head. Andy rant number 1.
LeBron James is 76 years old.
85.
He has the little blue senior citizen thing for parking when he comes into the arena.
83.
There is no reason why LeBron James should still have to be playing the minutes that he plays for them to beat the Orlando Magic. I am so sick of year in and year out saying the exact same fucking shit. It's always the same thing. He's been with the Lakers for 6 years now. Isn't that crazy? 6 fucking years he's been with the Lakers. Bro. AD, you gotta take the fucking torch, dog. You are a top 75 player of all time, so they say. You should have like a defensive player of the year somewhere, maybe, probably not, but maybe. You were playing at an MVP level in 2020, bro. When are you going to man the fuck up and take the fucking torch? I am tired of running layups. I am tired of these weak-ass mid-range floaters from AD. Bro, you are a massive man. Start bumping in the paint, bro. There are guards that move him off the block. Look. If AD doesn't play his fucking A game, the Lakers aren't doing shit. Okay? They are fucking up with Rui Hachimura. He's not seeing the floor. Now, again, small sample size. We're going to say that for the rest of this fucking episode. Everything is small sample size. Rui Hachimura took a step last year that there's no reason why Torian Prince should be playing in front of him. Now, if you're telling me that it's so that Rui and Torian can kind of play the same amount of minutes and you're keeping Torian for spacing purposes, I guess that's fine. But Rui Hachimura had like a historic 3-point percentage in the playoffs. So you can't sit here and tell me that Torian Prince is that much better of a 3-point shooter than Rui Hachimura. Why is he not playing the game? I think the Lakers are fucking dysfunctional. And I think that they have like gotten through these 2 wins through the skin of their teeth. And I'm going to be very fair with the Lakers this year. I'm done putting them in a tier that they're not supposed to be in. I think they're the 5th best team in the West, 4th or 5th best team in the West. And I think that they need to figure it out, because if they look like this in midseason, you're going to ask too much of LeBron James in the postseason, and they're going to do the exact same thing they did last year. They're going to run out of gas when it matters the most in the Western Conference Finals or like deep in the second round series, and that's it. It's going to be clips. I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of them saying, oh, we're going to keep LeBron to a fucking minutes minimum. And then when they see, oh shit, we can't fucking win when he's not on the floor, it's fucking ridiculous. And I'm tired of this narrative pushing. It's like, oh, LeBron, he can't the team has to be built around him a certain way. No, it does not. You have a guy who can take that number 1 option, and he just doesn't want it. He doesn't fucking want it. He's a great fucking player, but he does not want it. He does not have the mentality. If he had Giannis's mentality, if he had Dame's mentality, even if he had Russell Westbrook's mentality with his talent, we would be talking about a different conversation right now. I'm tired of seeing the fucking Lakers. They look fucking dysfunctional and weird. You have all the pieces. You can play small. You can play big. You can put the ball in LeBron's hand and play 5 out. Like, you can do anything you want. And they're not doing it. And that also goes on fucking Darvin Ham. I'm tired of hearing, oh, he's a second year coach and he took him to the Western Conference Finals. No. He didn't do shit. LeBron James and AD went to the Western Conference Finals. Darvin Ham is not a good fucking coach. Frank Vogel would do better with this team that they have now than Darvin Ham could ever. And I think firing Frank Vogel was a fucking mistake. I was a little bit higher on the move to get Darvin Ham earlier, but I think that was a fucking mistake, and the Lakers are paying for it now. I'm not going to be talking about the Lakers too much, bro. I'd rather talk about Clippers. I'd rather talk about the Bucks. I'd rather talk about fucking Denver. I would literally rather talk about Jokic's slow slug ass putting up 30-point triple-doubles, making it look like he's getting out of bed every fucking night like he doesn't care. I'd rather talk about that. I'm tired of talking about these stupid fucking Lakers.
He just wants to go home, man. That's all Jokic wants to do. He just wants to go home.
Go ahead. This is 9 to 5.
That's his day job.
Oh God.
All right, so I'm gonna be honest about the Lakers. To be honest, I think they're fucking ass. What was it? First game they held LeBron to 29, I think 30 minutes in the game, and but they lost that shit, right? Or they won it by the skin of their teeth. What? Both, actually, fuck that. Both of their wins. Sacramento taking them to was it overtime?
Overtime, yeah, but the thing with their overtime games, we talked about it. It was just lazy defense,
bro. So
on the closeouts, that's all it was.
On paper, this team should be nice defensively,
for sure.
Now I get it where teams be targeting Austin Reeves. First of all, I just want to talk about really quick. Just want to put it in. I don't know what happened to AR, and I don't know what happened to Rui, because they were both nice at the end of the last season.
And they're not playing the same.
I was high up, bro. I was up on both of them, bro.
They're not playing them the same, I should say.
Yeah, exactly. And like you know me from last season, and it's recorded here. I was very high in Rui going to the Lakers. I like Rui. I'm a fan. I fuck with Rui. And
Rui is very good.
What happened? What happened here? Like, I don't get it. It's night and day.
Small sample size.
Yeah,
they got a lot of time to fix it. But bro, Rui is he might be your fringe third best player on the team.
So, in my opinion, I guess I get why they have Rui on the bench. Maybe because they want him to be like the leading scorer off the bench. Possibly. Who knows? Thing is, the defense needs to pick it up. Their fourth quarter defense, when they need defense is nice, but the thing is, you're playing this hard defense because the game is so close. Listen, I don't want to compare the Clippers to the Lakers, but I have to because the Clippers have said that they're gonna like try to get the shit done within the first 3 quarters. When it comes to easy teams, they smoked them within 3 quarters, and then now your stars are resting in the 4th, right? They did it with Portland, and they did it last night with no, not last night, the previous night. And they did it. What was the team that they fucking played? It was another ass team, but like the teams that they should be beating.
The
Spurs, yeah. I'm not talking about Wemby yet, but the Spurs, teams that they should be smoking, they're smoking within the first 3 quarters. There's no way, in my opinion, that the Lakers should be struggling this much with the Orlando Magic.
A Phoenix Suns team without Beal and Booker should get fucking ran through every single time. I don't care how great KD is.
Bro.
It should be fucking ran through every single time.
KD? Listen, the only reason why the Lakers won that game, right? The only reason why they won it was because KD just couldn't hit a shot in the 4th. You could say it was defense or not, but the thing is, at that point for them, it was all do or die, and it was only KD on the Suns, bro. That could hit a shot. You have
a guy in Nurkic who like historically cannot guard AD.
Yeah,
AD's been cooking that man his entire fucking career. Yeah. Like it's so ridiculous.
End of the day, guess what? It's going down to the wire, and it has to be LeBron himself to actually score and put them up. I think it was
so annoying,
bro. This man is 95.
Did you see him at the end of the Sacramento game with the little step back 3?
Yes.
Like, there's no reason. Like, okay, if you're telling me, yo, y'all gonna scrap and give him like a 5-point lead going into the 4th quarter, he'll close that shit out for you. But stop having to make him climb the fucking hill and then plant the flag. Just let him get to the top of the hill and plant the fucking flag. Yeah. If you want to tell me, here, Brown, close it, finish it. Okay.
Bro,
he's 97 and a half years old.
It? First game, I think it was, right? First game they played. LeBron sat down, I think they were down 4, right? They were down 4, they were up 4, something like that. Right? They were trying to come back. He sat down, comes back. They're losing by like 10. And they lost that game, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost that game.
Very annoying.
In my opinion, Lakers right now should be 0-3. And I'm being brutally honest.
They played 4 games, so they should be
0-4. Whoops. Who did they play?
It was Nuggets, Orlando,
Suns,
and Kings.
They should be 0-4 right now. Like they should be the Grizzlies right now, 0-4. They should be sitting down there right with them. In my opinion.
Stupid.
But that's enough about the Lakers because they just pissed me the fuck off. And stop letting LeBron carry you to victory. Like somebody needs to take the torch. Rui,
it's so annoying.
If AD's not gonna do it, you do it, bro. Like that ass.
It's all fucking coaching. It's honestly always fucking coaching.
Like,
tired of seeing bad coaching. Like just get a fucking one of these great coaches that are just sitting on the bench who have coached before. Stop with this fucking Darvin Ham shit. Go get a head coach. Go get someone who's been a fucking head coach. I'm tired of this shit.
We talked about LA. Talked about a trade. Now, let's get into some new blood. You know, I feel like we're talking about old motherfuckers right now. Let's get into that new blood, you get me? So, Andy, I think last season you said you're rookie of the year.
I was going to say, like, let's pull it up and see exactly what I said, because I feel like I was really high on Scoop. Oh, my God.
Okay. So,
oh my God.
I don't know if you guys remember what I said last year. I know I remember what he said last year.
I've never been wrong about a player like this.
So high on Scoop. I like Scoop. But who did I go with? I went with my boy Chet. And guess what? That's rookie of the year right now. And the small sample size. That's the
he is a sophomore, but
no. He's a rookie. He didn't play
he's a sophomore.
In terms of Ben Simmons,
he had a pro summer.
In terms of Ben Simmons rules and all the other motherfuckers that won it in their second year because they were injured the first.
He's been a pro for a year. He was just injured.
Yeah, he was.
He's
Injured. He
had
didn't
pro
play. He
training
didn't
camp.
play.
He's had his. He
Didn't
knows his
play. He
teammates.
didn't play.
Doesn't matter. He's a
Didn't
sophomore.
play an NBA game.
Ben Simmons also has that asterisk on his rookie of the year,
Okay,
and I don't
bet.
even think
You
that's
want
winning
to put
rookie of the year.
put the asterisk on? Honestly, it should have been.
Ben
Donovan.
has it. Ben has
It should have been
Ben
Donovan.
has
in
an
my
asterisk.
opinion.
It should have been Donovan.
Donovan deserved that. Like he cooked my boy. Like he did. Like yeah.
Like Ben's numbers looked
Still
better, but
pain.
he's a fucking sophomore. Like it doesn't count.
Anyway, so you have Scoot. Not even fuck that. You got Wemby. You got Chet. You got Brandon Miller. You feel me? Like you got some nice people, and then you got the other people. But in my opinion, I want to go real quick. Scoot. I don't want to be too hard on you. This is a small sample size. It might take you a little bit more time to adjust. You know, I'm gonna give you some respect because you are a Brody, so maybe it's gonna take you some time. They gotta figure you out. Who knows? I don't know yet. I gotta see how you adapt to this shit. But right now,
they gotta figure them out. They already figured them out.
No, they gotta figure out how to use them.
Oh, I guess.
My
God.
So that's that on Scoot. Wembanyama, I gotta say, I'm not on the hype train. I'm really not. I was last season. Now I'm really not. Chet better, in my opinion. Can't say much else. Oh yeah, I want to bring it so you know. My boy Russ almost blocked the fuck out of him. He almost got dunked on, but he almost blocked the fuck out of him. That should not have been a foul. Just want to say that. Wasn't a foul. Brandon Miller's looking fucking nice too, though. He's looking nice. And like I said, Chet, damn. Honestly, the rookie of the year race is gonna be between Brandon Miller, Chet, and Wembanyama. Only because Wembanyama's gonna be riding that hype, and then he might turn up. Who knows? But at this moment, it's those three, and I don't think anybody else is getting really close to it. Go ahead.
There is one, like, I'm gonna give the dark horse before we talk about the top 3 picks. I'm not talking about Chet because that man is a sophomore, but Asur Thompson. If we're talking about the overtime elite people, he is the best of that class. His brother's doing okay, but he on Detroit, he's playing amazing. 3 straight games, double doubles. He is playing fantastic. I was gonna shit on the overtime elite guys, because of Scoot, but I don't think that's on them. I genuinely think Asur Thompson is 100% better than Scoot Henderson right now. So he's probably like my dark horse for rookie of the year. He's probably 4th. And then so let me just get Scoot out of the way. His game. Okay, so I drafted Scoot low. So we were doing our fantasy. I drafted Scoot pretty low. I was like, okay, bet. Scoot, his game did not translate to the NBA at all. He is averaging like 3 turnovers a game already. He's like looks scared to dribble. He looks scared to jump like he used to in overtime elite. It is just the slowest, most timid thing I've ever seen in my life. And bro, if I had to compare it to somebody, it reminds me of how Kwame Brown used to play. Like when he was kind of like before he kind of was serviceable as like a role player, when he was supposed to be that guy, that timidness. When I go back and look at that film, that's what it reminds me of. Like he just has no confidence out there, and it's just bad. So I dropped him on his face, and I picked up Brandon Miller, who was on waivers for some reason. I don't understand. But
I'm gonna drop him. That's why.
He
got drafted and he got dropped.
Whoever I played first, they dropped him. But that is what it is. Chet and Wemby's numbers look pretty similar. I think Chet is averaging like a half a block more, and then Wemby's averaging like a point more, I believe. So they're very similar. I think Wemby's going to be turning into a much better rebounder. He doesn't pass the ball a lot. And low key, what I've been watching, because I've been watching the Spurs a lot because of Keldon Johnson, who I like. I like Devin Vassell too. Like they have a nice little squad over there, but they don't like Wemby. Like his teammates do not like Wemby, and I think it's because they were playing so well last year. Like those guys, Keldon Johnson, Vassell, not John Collins. What's his name? No, the white boy. He looks like Joe Burrow. Zach Collins, yeah. So Zach Collins, like the way that they've been playing, I think they just don't want to let him like kind of shine. So it's up to Pop to say, yo, I'm gonna be real with you guys. This is the guy. This is the guy right here. So like everybody chill out. You guys are all great players. Like Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell. If those three figure out their chemistry, they're gonna be very, very, very good. And they have a point forward in Jeremy Sochan. So I like that team. And then Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller's been great. I think he plays very well alongside LaMelo. I think they have a nice little squad out there. They're going to be kind of streaky, but Brandon Miller looks like that prototypical wing, like tall, long. He can shoot. He can finish inside. He has hops. He's got the whole package. I project him to be kind of like a Jason Tatum kind of player. Maybe Jaylen Brown. They have like that same kind of like skill set. So I think Brandon Miller is going to be fine in the NBA. Scoot Henderson needs to find his confidence, and he needs to understand that maybe you were a little bit faster than the guys in the overtime elite, but everybody is making him stop at the stop sign. Scoot looks like he doesn't know where the fuck to go. He's averaging damn near 4 turnovers a game. It's just looking rough, bro. And I'm off that wagon. I'm completely off. He could start averaging 25 points per game for the rest of the fucking season, and it still wouldn't matter because I just don't see it. I'm a hater. I'm done. I'm cool off of it. Also, that Portland squad does not look like how I thought they were going to look either. I think they have some great pieces. I thought they were going to be a little nicer, but no. Aiton's ass too, soft as hell, trash.
Yeah,
Get out my face.
really quick, speaking of Portland, can y'all stop calling him dominating? Like, it pisses me off.
He is not dominating. That man is dumb a
Pisses
trash.
me off. Like, get him off the court, please. Get
He's
him
so
off my
trash.
screen. I can't stand him.
He's banned from all my FanDuel bets from all time. I'm never betting on him again.
Nope.
All right, so let's just give your final prediction then. We're gonna get into like full season predictions, but since we're talking about the rookies, who wins Rookie of the Year?
I got Chet 100%. That's it. I got Brandon.
I'm gonna go
Miller coming in
Wemby.
second.
I think Wemby, just because you have the little bit of the hype, and you need to understand that when they're gonna build this great, they all have to check that box. You know, for these all-time greats, what you need is that first check, that Rookie of the Year, and then you keep going. So his MVP, and then his rings, and then whatever. So I think they're gonna give it to Wemby because his numbers are gonna be good. I've said it. I even said it the other day when we were at Mark's house. The way that Wemby takes care of his legs, me like knowing what I know, you know, going to be a trainer, the way he takes care of his legs and the workouts that he does is really strengthening those muscle groups that are going to protect him when he falls. And that's what a lot of tall guys don't do. You have to protect your legs and you have to be mobile and flexible the way that Wemby's been. We all seen that video of him doing those crazy ass stretches, but it's really the workouts that I've seen him do with his legs and his balance, the things that Bron does. That's why Bron can twist his ankle and then come back in the next quarter and be fine. It's those balance, and you have to really strengthen that muscle, and Wemby does that. So as he develops into his man body, yeah, he's gonna be very good.
So we talked about the rookies, the youth. Now let's take a quick trip to the East and let's talk about the two powerhouses, in my opinion, in the East. And I'm gonna start off with a team that I'm very high on personally, the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay, and yes, I support it. I like Dame now. I'm still not getting a jersey, but I like Dame with the Bucks. Last season, when we were talking about Jaylen Brown possibly not going anywhere, or possibly leaving Boston and shit, I kept saying him and Giannis would be tough. And then I guess the Lord said, nah, Boston's gonna pay that man, but I'll give you something better. And bro, he gave him Dame, bro. And
The
I'm
best
telling you,
possible
option.
teammate.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't like this.
that's crazy.
In my opinion, Boston looks scary, but compare it like you have Damian Lillard, bro. He's a closer.
That's
like
so crazy.
that's what he does.
Their team is still so good too.
Yes, the team is nice. That team is deep. Bobby Portis is a hustler, bro. He's working his ass off.
That's
Middleton,
like their fourth or fifth best player.
yes,
so
and he's
crazy.
coming off the bench.
So crazy.
That's crazy. And then you already have a defensive big in and Lopez.
Yep.
Middleton is coming back. And then of course you got the 2-time MVP in Giannis. And who I believe said is giving the keys to Dame. Like, here, go ahead. Do your
He
job.
literally said it's your team. That's crazy. That's his organization, the one he
His
won a
team.
championship from, and he's given the team to Dame.
Yeah.
That is so crazy.
He said, yo, bro, here are the fucking keys to the city. Go ahead. Do it.
That's crazy.
Drive the car. Drive the boat.
That's crazy.
Go ahead.
That's so crazy.
And you know what Dame did in the first game, bro? Now, it looked a little lackluster first quarter.
Game 2. Game 2 was ass.
No, wait. I'm talking about game 1 real quick. Right, game 1. First quarter. Look a little lackluster. Looked like he's still trying to figure his team out and shit, right?
I was looking at my fantasy team like,
yeah. Yeah, Dame. Giannis sits down for a little bit in second quarter. I blink. This motherfucker had 20 at the half.
yeah.
Yo, bro. He went off. He started popping off crazy. Then the second half comes in, and then him and Giannis are just coming at them crazy, bro. Like, in my opinion, I don't know how you stop something like that. When you have a pick, like, in my opinion, they also do need to do more pick and roll with Giannis and Dame. I didn't see much of that, but
they should have the best pick and roll in the league.
Like it should be able to match Jokic and Jamal's pick and
roll should be great. I think they're pick and pop. No pun intended. Their pick and pop is already really good because once Giannis pops, when Dame pops, like there's just nothing you can do. It's either you're chasing Giannis once he rolls off that pick, or you have to close out on Dame, and it's probably the most dangerous 1-2 punch in the league.
Bro, Dame took it to Embiid's chest and blew right past him. You didn't see Embiid had no chance of holding his wrist like he did to Russ last season. Couldn't hold him. Just laid it.
Crazy.
Tough. I fuck with it. I fuck with the Bucks. I think they are my team in the East to come out of the East. God forbid no injuries happen. Like I pray. I want a healthy season. I really do.
Me too.
But the Bucks, I'm very high on them in the East. I fuck with them heavy. I could finally do it and not feel ashamed of myself. Go ahead, take the floor.
I'll just echo on what you were talking about. I don't think there really is anything else to add. I think the Bucks are the Bucks. It's a super consistent team. Coaching is a little questionable. Another, first year head coach. Not entirely sure. I don't think like the firing of Budenholzer was a smart move. I don't think that was his fault. I think they just had to wait it out because with Budenholzer with this team now, that shit would have been unbelievable. But no, I think Dame, if he's probably top 3 point guard, he's definitely a top 3 point guard. And then you put him with arguably, top 3 player in the world. I'm not going to give Giannis the best player in the world because I think Jokic is the best player in the world right now. Luka is on his campaign for MVP. So I've been talking about that for a while. You guys can quote me. I knew that Luka's winning MVP this season. You guys can all book it. Put that bet in on FanDuel. Embiid has his, so there's no one else in line besides Jason Tatum, and he's playing significantly better than Jason Tatum right now. So maybe the record stuns him, and then maybe Tatum has a better, chance, or the Nuggets win like 55 plus games, and they give Jokic another one. That could very much happen, because Jokic has now crossed the threshold. But I think Giannis is still a top 3 player in the league. You give him a top 3 point guard in the league, Brook Lopez, Jay Crowder, Malik Beasley. You have Robin Lopez on the bench, who probably won't ever see anything. You got Bobby Portis. You have a lot of options. Pat Connaughton is still there. So their team is still very good, and we're just talking as if obviously small sample size, and if everybody's healthy, because injuries can happen to anybody. They're my pick for the East too. I don't think that you can do anything for it. I genuinely think that there's a gap between them and the Celtics, which we're about to get into right now. And I'll tell you why. Oh, matter of fact, let's just jump into that right now because, like I said, there's not much else to say on the Bucks.
That's how we're following up. That's the next.
The Celtics are great. JB got paid, which was crazy. I was kind of riding the train. I wanted him to leave. I wanted to be toxic and say that, hey, you're unhappy. I know you're unhappy, but he knew what he was doing. They have a good squad. The only thing is this: Al Horford looks like he belongs on Trenton Ave, like walking around on a Saturday, like somebody tell this Dominican motherfucker to go back to DR and just retire. Like he's done.
Sorry to cut you off real quick. Like this fucking big ass Platano's gonna cost them, and I promise you that.
This big ass Platinum is going to cost him. Look, Al Horford is still serviceable. If you're playing Al Horford at the 4, I think he'll still, have a lot of value. If he's still playing, that means he's still engaged. So I'm not too worried about that. But losing Robert Williams was a massive loss. Losing Grant Williams is a bigger loss than people think. I am very high on Porzingis. I am a Porzingis fan, and there's probably nobody happier for Porzingis that he is on a good team. But Porzingis' health is one of the shakiest in the league. If he goes down, the Celtics have no size. You guys, I get it. You replace Marcus Smart for Jrue Holiday. Marcus Smart does things that Jrue Holiday doesn't do, and vice versa. Jrue Holiday does things that Marcus Smart doesn't do. And Marcus Smart was the heart and soul of the Celtics. Jrue Holiday might match him defensively because I think the year that Marcus Smart was Defensive Player of the Year, even though they're pretty comparable, I probably would have leaned to Jrue. I think Marcus Smart was still a very big impact player on the defensive end. I think if you wanted somebody to lock somebody up, it's Jrue. But if you wanted somebody to make those big defensive plays, it was Marcus Smart that year. So that's probably why they gave it to him. But those losses are massive. Malcolm Brogdon loss is massive. I don't care what people say about Derek White. Malcolm Brogdon was a beast for them defensively and offensively and running the ball. Jason Tatum also, even though he's going to be playing well, Jason Tatum is also playing for his big bag. So maybe that takes away the shine, and you're going to see a more selfish Jason Tatum because he's basically in his head going to say, "Yo, JB, you already got your money. Give me the ball. Like it's my shit now. Like you got your money, you can't complain anymore. This is my fucking team. Like I am the Celtics, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's going to be a little bit of dysfunction, and match them up, bro. I mean, match up the teams. I joked around with the Dame Jrue Holiday, him being the Dame stopper. Dame is on another level now. Like where that series was a very long time ago. Dame is a different player. That shit's not gonna work on him. That build a wall shit, that doesn't work anymore. That's
Done.
not a thing.
That's done.
That's
gone.
done, bro.
That's gone,
Go.
bro.
I dare people to build a wall on Milwaukee. Please build a wall on Milwaukee. That shit's done. They are going to outclass them every time they play. Giannis is not going to be out here getting triple teamed. Like, it's going to be a mismatch. Brook Lopez, he's going to run circles around Al Horford if he's out there. Porzingis, I mean, it's going to be bad, bro. It's going to be bad.
You better get your weight up.
Jay
buddy.
Crowder, they have guys who can defend Jaylen
Yeah.
Brown and Jason Tatum. Bobby Portis, scrappy. I mean, I think there's a gap between those two teams. The only real issue that these teams are going to run into is if they see the Nets in the playoffs, because we're just such a dominating presence. And when you have Mikhail Durant and Kobe Cam Thomas and Benjamin Simmons, there's just not much you can do. We're just too much of a dominating force. Cam Thomas is averaging 30 points a game. Mikhail Durant is him. Nick Claxton, he's gonna swat everybody, swatting everybody. So that's the only thing. That's the only thing.
Are you done?
Bucks, Celtics. There's a gap. Celtics are number 2. I'll pick the Bucks also in the East. What do you got on the Celtics, bro?
You really tried to squeeze that in there, huh? You saw it wasn't on the topic board. Just had to squeeze that in. Mikhail Durant, I'm gonna get Lemire on your ass.
Mikhail Durant. He hates Mikhail for no reason, bro. Mikhail doesn't say shit. He doesn't talk shit. He's so humble.
All right. So, I don't know if this is right or not, but this is what I see. And this is what I picked up from what you just put down. Pause. Right? So, I also agree that the Bucks are a much better team. I don't know about much better. They're a better team, in my opinion. Now, my issue with these two teams is that when I look at them, I see one team that has all agreed, yo, keys to the house are yours. Go get your shit done. I see a lot of egos on the other team.
Yes.
Yeah. You have a superstar, a co-superstar, a star, and then
Porzingis is a star.
and then a star guard in that. Now I don't think Drew
He's a
Holiday's gonna be.
fringe all-star level
I
player.
don't think Drew Holiday's gonna be much of an ego problem. I think it's gonna be within the big three that the issues that might collide. Who
No,
knows?
Porzingis doesn't have an ego either. It's just
I think no. So the reason why I'm saying this is because hold up, it's me all bringing up fucking Nets. So the Celtics wise, I think there's gonna be an ego problem, possibly. Obviously, like you said, JT's playing for his bread at this point.
Yep.
JB got paid. They just got to figure out how to all work together properly. They look nice. Don't get me wrong. They look a little scary. But the Knicks gave them a good run for their money in the first game.
Yep.
There was also that. If it wasn't for Porzingis taking shit personally and just cooking up his ex team, bro, like you know what Porzingis did, bro? Bro, listen. Knicks with his high school shorty, right? And he pulled up with his college shorty. And his college shorty better than his high school shorty. His high school shorty got fat. His new shorty? That's a dime. You got me? That's basically what it was. Bro, the way he cooked up the Knicks was insane.
Because of the way they did him, bro. They did him so dirty.
I want to see how they're gonna progress together, but I do agree if Porzingis goes down, that's a massive hit for them. Giannis is gonna coming straight to his chest at all points. Bobby Portis is going straight to his chest. Everybody's going at his chest.
He's a shot blocker now. Porzingis can block some shots, but they're gonna be too physical with them.
Get hit full speed, bro. They're
gonna be too physical. There's too many bodies that they're gonna throw at Porzingis. He can't stop him.
Gets hit full speed to the chest. He's moving, bro. He's getting laid on or dunked on. Giannis is dunking on him. It's happening.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Grant Williams. I like him. I like the way he plays. He got that dog in him. He does.
He looks really good on the Mavs.
He does.
I watched the games.
Like the Mavs really needed to pick somebody up that was gonna help them out, and the fact that Grant Williams is there is perfect for them. I don't know if we said it on the podcast last year or not, but I said it to you at some point, either personally, like while we're chilling, or like on the pod. But I said like Mavs getting him was gonna be nice because they needed a player like him.
They look a lot better this year.
Oh, a lot better. Hopefully they make the playoffs. I want to see Luka like cook up a team by himself again.
Yeah.
Like that was magical to see. I love.
There's literally only 2 teams in the West that are like out of contention, bro. Everybody else is fighting. Like
everybody.
It's Portland and Utah. Like that's it.
What else? Robert Williams. There goes your big defensive anchor, because you could go at his chest. He might move slightly, but he could still be there.
Time Lord is crazy.
What else? Listen, the Celtics look nice on paper. I just want to see how they're gonna string together a bunch of games. They'll probably win a lot, but I want to see which team comes out looking better than the other at the end. Because I see a team that's on this left side that's just fully engaged. Everybody agrees. Everybody's on the same page. I don't really think everybody's on the same page in the Celtics yet. I think they're still trying to figure shit out, but we'll see what happens, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And that's it on the Celtics.
So before we close this out, we're going to give our final season winner, like award winner predictions. We're not going to go through all of them. We can do that a little bit later in the season. It's really just the main ones, because now we have like 17 different awards. Like, I'm not going to give my prediction on Clutch Player of the Year. Like, it's too fucking early for that. So we're going to do MVP. We're going to do Defensive Player of the Year. We're going to do, we already said our Rookie of the Year, but we're going to do MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and Sixth Man of the Year. So let's go ahead and do that now. So for MVP, I have Luka Doncic. For Defensive Player of the Year, I think it's either going to be a close war between Evan Mobley and Nick Claxton. I think but I mean, he finished third last year. So it's like they're not going to give it to Jaren Jackson again, because now he has to do too much with Steven Adams being out, and Xavier Tillman is playing down there with him. So are the blocks going to be the same? I think so. But Nicholas Claxton, with guys like Ben Simmons, he's still going to be Nick Claxton. So I don't see any But to give a pick, I'll go with Evan Mobley. I think Evan Mobley will probably win Defensive Player of the Year. He's still crazy on defense. I think he's really, really, really tearing it up. And then my Sixth Man of the Year, that's a little hard. I'm
got
not
mine.
gonna lie,
I know
that
who
one's tough.
6 man.
Now let me skip that for now. I'll let you go through your list and then let me know.
All right. So MVP, I really wanted to go opposite of you, but I really can't agree because I feel like it's in the script. Luka's supposed to get it this season. I kind of see it happening too. I got Luka, but if Luka wasn't there, I'd say JT, just because he's playing for his money. I'm gonna skip Defensive Player of the Year right now because I want to go straight to my Sixth Man of the Year, which is CPO, Chris Paul. Chris Paul is my Sixth Man of the Year, and I think he's gonna win it by a landslide too. Just because of his production and just because of his experience and just how well he can orchestrate an offense. And on top of that, you got Curry on your team, bro. That's an easy assist.
Yeah.
Defensive Player of the Year wise, honestly, man, I'd say Embiid.
Really?
Yes. I want to see what he does.
All right.
But I got Embiid right now.
Got you. So we will check in pretty much right after All-Star game. We're gonna give another kind of like revamped. So this is the early season, and then we're gonna give our actual final prediction later after All-Star. My Sixth Man of the Year, it actually came to me, is Malik Monk. I think Malik Monk will probably win Sixth Man of the Year. He literally closes out games with the starting lineup for Sacramento. And he is fucking fearless. He is so fucking good. And I think Malik Monk, now playing alongside De'Aaron Fox, his college teammate, he looks reinvigorated, and I think he's going to win Sixth Man of the Year. You could say people like Quickly, maybe like Bobby Portis, but I think it's going to be Malik Monk. That's who I would give Sixth Man of the Year.
Yeah, I think we got good predictions. Now, I really love our picks. I love our takes. Really quick.
Ooh, champion.
Clippers. That's my pick.
To win it all.
Yeah. I just say Clippers because I think that they will match up well either with the Celtics or with the Bucks. Because that's the team in the East I see coming out.
I think the Bucks win the championship. I think after they go 7 games in the Eastern Conference Finals with the Brooklyn Nets, they go on to win the NBA championship. I would say it's probably them and Denver in the finals, and we're gonna get that insane matchup.
Which pick and roll is better? Which pick and pop is
better? Yeah, with Giannis, Jokic, that would be an unbelievable matchup. So I think that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Denver Bucks, and I think Bucks come out and Giannis wins his second.
Here's the thing with the Nuggets, so either Murray or Jokic could pop. Can't say the same about the Bucks.
Nope. But he don't need to do that because Jokic can't do what Giannis does downhill.
Giannis is running right through him.
Yeah. So I think that's the matchup. I'm gonna take the Bucks. I think it's make or break for the Bucks.
Make or break for I think it's gonna be a good season for the Bucks. Honestly, I like it. I like it a lot. But now that we've talked about everything, I just want to add a little something, man. What do you think about this? Mid-season, in-season tournament that they're doing? What do you think, bro?
I think it's whack. I think genuinely what I think it is kind of like a media and like a money ploy from the NBA to just kind of give a little bit of excitement through the season, like just adding something else so that the season doesn't feel like it's dragging on. But it's going to be kind of useless because if you have like winners of the midseason tournament, I think it's gonna kind of like create stupid narratives like, oh, they won, they're looking great going into All-Star game, and they also won the midseason tournament. Like, maybe it adds a little bit of a different element, and you can kind of see like in these high stake, like maybe they take it super seriously, and now you see these teams at high stake, like at their apex, so you can kind of gauge who looks better for the playoffs. So maybe it could be a positive. I honestly just think it's kind of whack. It's the NBA's been the same for a very long time, and I just don't think that there's any reason to switch it up the way that they are. I'm not a fan of it, but I haven't been a fan of really any of the changes except for the flopping rule. So I don't know.
Okay. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I'm still trying to understand it. Bro, I know they put out a video explaining it, and I rewatched it hundreds of times. I get it for like half a second, then I lose it. I don't really get it. I gotta see it happen. I gotta see if I'm a fan of it or not. I'm on the fence right now about it because it's just like, why do you gotta make the players put more miles on their legs during the season? But you know, there's that. Rule wise, I am happy that if you win the challenge, you get your challenge back. I am happy about that because there'd be some bullshit calls that'd be fucking you at the end of games. There's that. But other than that, man, I think it was a great first episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we had a lot to talk about. We sprinkled in a few extra little stuff.
Yep.
Andy's gonna always be sprinkling in the fucking nets. That's just who he is. I'm gonna always be bringing up Russ because that's just who the fuck I am. But overall, I'm very excited for the NBA season. I am very excited that we are back. I am very excited to see and show you guys what we're gonna do with the podcast this season. We have a lot of great stuff in the works, so just wait on that, and you'll see. Got anything last to say?
We got a new overlay coming. So they're working on it now. We got a new overlay coming. This is gonna look a little different. It's gonna be a little cleaner. And then we have brand new thumbnails. So we're doing a little bit of different kind of graphics along the board. But other than that, I'm gonna put a lot of emphasis, kind of as the episodes go on the YouTube Shorts and the TikTok account. We're gonna link all that in the bottom. Go look on the TikTok. We have a decent amount of followers. We're getting a lot of traction over there. That's really where the audience is kind of coming in from. Always remember, share with your guys. We're always going to talk real shit on this podcast. We are not doing hot takes just for clicks. We don't care how long it takes us to get this where it needs to be, but expect some interviews coming. We're going to bring some of these NBA Twitter guys in, these Stan accounts. I'm bringing some of these LeBron accounts, these guys in. I'm bringing in Shane. I'm bringing in Shendi, the LeBron boys. I'm bringing in crossover Ace, the D Book guy. I'm bringing the KD guys. I'm bringing everybody. So that I'm about to bring guys in just to do debates, so y'all could see what NBA Twitter is like on YouTube. So we're gonna see what happens. That shit's gonna be fucking crazy. And also expect the featured people coming in. We have our tri-camera set up as well, so we're gonna have guys coming in. We're gonna see a lot of faces from last year, but we're gonna try to bring in some fresh blood just for some different opinions as well. So be on the lookout for that. But we back, baby. We back.
We back. Remember, like always, like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all platforms. Enjoy the content. We are here. We're here to stay, and we coming.
We've been. That's the pick. I'm the pop. We out, bitch.